The Vikings were raiders, pirates, traders, explorers, and colonizers during the 9th to 11th centuries. They often traveled by sea from Scandinavia and took control of areas of Europe and beyond. Always afterward used to say that, after good luck, strength, and skill at arms, nothing was so useful to a man who found himself among foreigners as the ability to learn a language. The Vikings thought they were big shots because they had boats. You know how obnoxious people get when they own a boat. They always want to go on the boat. We're taking the boat out this weekend. It's supposed to be beautiful. Why don't you come? You never come. You're always working. Do you know how many people wish they would get invited to come on the boat? And you turn it down. Even in terms of fiction, nothing in their lives became them like the leaving of it. King Fulnir rose in the night to make water, fell into a vat of mead, and drowned instead. Sveigdir ran after a dwarf when drunk and vanished into a boulder. Vanlundi was trampled to death by a nightmare. Domaldi was sacrificed for good seasons. Dag was struck on the head with a pitchfork when seeking revenge for his sparrow, and so on down to the 5th century. Equally, the legal codes do seem to genuinely recognize a woman's claim to the integrity of her body and person, for herself rather than merely as an extension of her kin. There were laws against unwanted touching without violence, with penalties that varied according to the part of the body on which a man laid hand or lips. The Faroes, Iceland, and Greenland were all found by accident when ships were driven off course in bad weather. Nobody just set out for a far horizon. It is also important to remember that many of these Viking voyages were simply never seen again. Their most respected values were not only those forged in war but also, stated outright in poetry, a depth of wisdom, generosity, and reflection. Above all, a subtlety, a certain play of mind, combined with a resilient refusal to give up. There are worse ways to be remembered. The prince remembers his father's words: steal a loaf of bread, son, and they will cut your hands off, but steal an entire country and they will proclaim you their king. Humanity can never forgive mediocrity, but when audacity and brilliance combine in the right individual it can lust to godlike and they will forgive you anything, even a whole generation of boys sent off to battle for the interests of that lustrous one. When I saw her figure standing on Ulfhunger's ship, I realized she was my first love. Oh, do not laugh. Go and ask your grandfather who was his first love, and when he answers, your grandmother, ask him again. He will smile, for such is the pain of first love that it leaves no bitterness behind. Harold said, in England, in the south, there is a circle of great stones, about which men say the same thing. It was there before the Romans came, and it will be there when Odin decides to crumble the world in his two great hands. There are some such monuments which are meant to teach man that he is but a little thing, with a life hardly longer than that of a spring fly. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching my video and the best quotes. So if you like these best quotes then please subscribe to my channel and like this video. And at the last, if you want more of these quotes, then there is a link in the description box where you can visit.